People end up painting a prison around themselves. I see it all the time, man. You got business owners, man. They think they want to own a business. Some of the most successful people in the world are employees. You know, entrepreneurship got super, super glamorized, you know, I guess back 10, 15, 20 years ago, maybe. And now everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, man. But I think you can, if you get in there and you become really, really valuable to somebody, you'll probably end up on average making more money as an employee than you would an entrepreneur. I'm not trying to distress anybody from being an entrepreneur.
How would you measure that, or what can someone do to realize whether they can do that or not?
I think they got to get it out their system, and then they just have to be truthful with themselves. If they go to quit and they're okay and you're okay with it, then maybe it's not for you. But that doesn't mean that you can't go play the B-roll somewhere and make a bunch of money. Sometimes it's just the pressure of like your whole life is on the line and your identity's on the line. Some people work better as employees. I know I have people that probably wouldn't want to own the businesses that I own, but they're very, very good with stress inside the business, because at the end of the day, it is my responsibility to make sure the company performs. And for that reason, they have the freedom to use that extra hardware to really push hard for me. And they get compensated very well. And I compensate them with no ceilings on their bonuses. So in a lot of ways, they have a business inside of my business. And that's ultimately always my goal for an employee, is try to create a way where they can take ownership in the business, and that there's no cap on the amount of money they can make, because I feel like ultimately that would demotivate me. So why not amplify their motivation and their fire and their drive and their buy-in by creating a bonus structure that doesn't have a ceiling on it? Go, bro. I hope I pay you $250,000. I hope I pay you $250,000 this year.
Yeah, that's what I love about capitalism, man.
Yeah, bro. I hope I do, because if I pay you that, I know what I made. Mm-hmm. And that's good for everybody. And I think that being a good boss is setting people up to be graceful, number one, based off of whatever talents that God gave them. I do think that there's certain positions in companies that take certain type of personalities or certain type of attitudes or certain type of age. I even think about man, woman, what age, what period are they at in their life? I think about all those things when hiring. And I think one gift that I truly have now that took me a long time to get to is really understanding how to place people to be graceful, and then empower them to do their job and create a structure in which they can get excited about coming to work, because they know that if they hustle and they bang that day, their life is just going to get better because I'm not capping their pay. So there's a lot to think about when it comes to entrepreneurship. There's, like me and Tom talked about today, I mean, you have to be able to solve all the problems in the world, be a good leader, be graceful when other people are not, and set people up for success. So it's not an easy thing to do. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to be good in business if you don't own a business. Maybe you just need to have a position in somebody else's business with no ceilings, and you can go to the moon, or take that company where they're trying to go. I feel like good bosses recognize that.